Hello, my ASMR friends. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are on the positive pole of all things in your life. And I hope you guys are vibrating high and thinking on high vibrations always. I'm Pete, and this is Pete Does ASMR. For today's video, I wanted to go more in depth on a thing I mentioned in my last self-development ramble, and that is polarization of your emotions and polarizing just your thoughts and things like that. You know, learning how to control your emotions and react in a more cool, calm, and collected manner. But before I dive into that, I want to give you guys a little background on the polarization of thoughts. If I look a little glossy, I might be sweating a little bit. So forgive me for that. But again, the background on polarization. I stumbled upon this book called the Kybalion maybe about a year ago, and it really changed my life. And like, no exaggeration, I'm not saying that just to give you guys, like, to bait you into reading it. Like, it genuinely like changed my life for the better. And the crazy thing about this book, the Kybalion, is it says, I don't think it says it in the book, it might say it, that it kind of stumbles upon your life when you're ready for it. Like, you're ready for that knowledge, and you know in your life if you're ready for it or not. So when I stumbled upon it, I was like, okay, this is my time to read this book. This is time to just soak in this knowledge. So, I mean, I'm not sure how true that is, but again, that sparked my curiosity and really made me read it and actually try to give it a chance. And I've read it like 3 or 4 times now, and it's wonderful. Like, you gain so much from it. And the reason why I've read it a few times is because I kind of, I just kind of I don't skip over things, but I guess I don't know, I just miss a few things. So with like a second reading, I kind of absorb it better and I get more out of it. And I'll be like, oh, hey, I missed that part. I missed that part. So I'll leave a link in the description. I guess you could read it for free anywhere. I ended up buying a physical copy of it because I feel like physical books, it's just more intimate with reading. But I'll leave a link to the Kybalion so you guys could check it out. And I'm definitely going to make another video dedicated to the Kybalion itself. I'm really excited to make that one. So, I mean, but before that, I guess we'll just touch. This is basically a chapter in the book, Polarization. Mental alchemy, things like that, changing your emotions, changing your degrees. So that's a little background on the concept and how I found it and stumbled upon it. I have a little piece of it here. I have a few notes here, but I have a part of the Kybalion that'll kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about. So I will read that to you now. It says, everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. The Kybalion. So that kind of gives you an idea of what polarization is, how it says everything is dual, everything has poles. That's why I say a lot, like, I hope you guys are on the positive pole. Because, again, like I mentioned in the last video, like, there's this side of the pole and there's this side of the pole, and there's a bunch of degrees within it that meet. So it's pretty much the same thing. Like, happy and sad are the same emotion, really. It's just a certain degree that will differentiate what you're feeling. Like a certain degree of happiness or a certain degree of sadness, you know? So I feel like when you polarize, or from what I've got from it, when you polarize your emotions, you're feeling sadness, but that same energy it takes you to feel that sadness, you could do to feel happy, or you could put that energy into being happy if you understand how close it is to be happy. Like, you feel like sadness is in its own total different genre, and then happy's over here. Like, they're totally not related at all when they really are. And another way to put it that helped me out here, I have this little note I made. It says, Passing on to the physical plane, they illustrate the principle by showing that heat and cold are identical in nature, the differences being merely a matter of degrees. The thermometer shows many degrees of temperature. So that's a good visual to give you an idea of just how, when I talk about degrees and poles and things like that, you see a thermometer, and like you have the temperature. It's really cold down here, it's really hot down here, but it's still on the same thermometer. You know what I mean? It's the same way to look at it. You know what I mean? With the thermometer, you have just degrees between everything. And if you could get to cold, you could get to hot. If you could get to sad, you could get to happy. It's all a matter of mental alchemy, as they say in this book, is basically just controlling your emotions, controlling how you take certain things. And that's really like the deeper way I take it from the book, is taking everything for how it is and reacting, again, more cool, calm, and collected. When you react to certain things in life and you want to have a certain emotion towards it, but then you understand that like you don't have to feel that way. You can take it for what it is, but you could just you could let it go through you, and you could just keep being on a happy level. You know what I mean? I understand hardship is a part of life. It's inevitable. And I know a lot of us go through more than others, but when it comes down to it, your perception on everything will really make the difference. I know I talk a lot about silver linings, finding the good in everything, and seeing everything on the bright side, or finding the bright side, seeing the bright side in everything. And I feel like that's where this concept really helped me in my life. It really made me understand, like, I feel this way, but I could feel that way too. It really comes down to my perception. It really comes down to the way I see things. If something bad happens in my life, I can dwell on it. I can, let it become a part of me. Or I could see the bright side and I could just let that feeling go. I could let it pass through me and not let it become a part of me. And I feel like that's a big part of this, is like the negative in life, the negative things that happen. Rather than make them a part of you, you could just feel through them. I mean, they're going to happen. Let it pass through you rather than become a part of you. And I feel like, again, that's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at a lot of things in this life. So basically that's the way I've taken polarization of emotions, is understanding that, again, everything is on a certain degree, but it's still in the same realm, I guess, if you will. Like happy and sad, it's the same concept, but again, it's just the degree of happy and sad that really differentiates how you're feeling. And I think I have another note that right here that really will help you understand as well. And this last note I have, it says, to destroy an undesirable rate of mental vibration, put into operation the principle of polarity, and concentrate upon the opposite pole to that which you desire to suppress. Kill out the undesirable by changing its polarity. And I left that one for the end because it really speaks to me. I hope it speaks to you too. Everything in this life is just vibrations. It speaks about this in the book as well. How everything is vibrating. We're vibrating. Our thoughts are vibrating. If we have bad thoughts, those are low vibration. And if we're having more positive thoughts, that's like a higher vibration. And so everything's basically vibrations. And if you can think positive, you're going to vibrate higher. And that's a reason I always preach gratitude, being thankful, because that's like the top of that's the very top of the vibrational scale. Like thinking positive, practicing gratitude, being thankful, that's like at the very top of the vibrational scale. And those kind of thoughts will just like shoot you up there, you know what I mean? But if you're thinking negative, you're just gonna, like, if you're thinking negative, you feel bad. It's because you're vibrating low. But if you're thinking positive, it's because you're vibrating high and you feel so good. You feel like you could take on the world. So when it comes down to it, you just have to polarize your vibration. Just gotta vibrate higher, like the note I just said, to destroy an undesirable rate of mental vibration, put into operation the principle of polarity. So again, to kill out that low vibration, bring in a high vibration. Cancel it out with a high vibration. That negative feeling, cancel it out with a positive feeling. And that's you polarizing your emotion. And that's you polarizing your vibration, and you'll feel so much better. I know practicing that and applying that in my life has helped a lot. You know, I feel really positive now. You know, I wasn't always this way. You know, I found myself in dark places, but again, this book and that concept alone really helped change my perception on everything. And it made me understand that, like, I feel certain things, but I could feel what I want to feel, just basically on my perception of the matter or whatever is going on. So, that kind of gives you more an in-depth idea on polarizing your emotions. If you want me to elaborate on anything I've mentioned, let me know and I will. I do these videos to help you guys out. I feel like this knowledge that this book has brought me, and just anything that I've like experienced in life, I feel the knowledge I have, I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for those tools because they help me just go on through life and make it a more enjoyable experience. And I feel the best way to pay it forward is to give it to other people, to help other people, and to give them the tools I have. You know, it's such a fulfilling feeling to do that. You know, it really makes me happy to give people the tools. And if even just one person could apply it in their life and it really makes a difference, then it's mission accomplished for me. So I hope you guys got something valuable from this. You know, like I said, I'm gonna make another video on the Kybalion. I might do chapter by chapter or try to bang out the whole thing in a one video, just because it's such a great book. Like I said, it changed my life for the better, and it opened my mind to a higher consciousness. And I feel like if we're on a higher consciousness, we could really see everything for what it is, and we could really see life for what it is, rather than worrying and living in fear all the time. Because we don't want to feel that way. Again, we want to be on the positive pole, like I mentioned. We want to vibrate higher and just have an enjoyable experience. I understand, again, life, there's hardships, but it's really how we take those hardships and how we adapt to them that defines us as people. So, again, I hope you guys got something valuable from this. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. It really helps me a lot. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I feel like we got some gems in this bad boy. I feel like a lot of the tools I'm giving you is really valuable. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but again, I really like to pay it forward and help as many people see their potential and just give them the tools they need to flourish. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.